we are interested to now to see that the new world of the EV coming.
Your defects per million should be practically zero. You cannot afford defective parts.
Spread that need of technology for this industry.
So now the Avengers we have gathered. So now what is the challenge? A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we all have gathered here in Bengaluru at Magal headquarters. We have with us Mr. M.K. Narsingh Rao, Managing Director, Magal Engineering Company, India Private Limited. We have with us Mr. Mike Tung, General Manager, Ingyu Precision Industries Company Limited. We have with us Mr. Chung Webu, Sales Manager, LEE BAI Company Limited, and our very own Mr. Skanda Magal, Product Manager, Magal Engineering Company India Private Limited. It's good to meet you all, gentlemen. To start today's discussion, I would like to ask Mr. Narsingh Rao, can you let our audience know more about the Magal journey, when it started, a little bit more about the company?
Magal was started in 1993 as a proprietorship company. We turned private limited in 1999. In between, we had a joint venture with a Belgium-based company. Now we are back to as Magal Engineering.
Okay.
We are partners with Ingyu from 2015, the last 10 years. The Ingyu has about 40 installations in the country for the lamination industry. That is 0.5 mm thickness. The big names in the industry in India are using Ingyu machines. And now with the EV wave, I may call it, the need for precision stamping is the need of the day. That's how these gentlemen are here trying to reposition Ingyu along with the partner LEE BAI. Tooling and automation is a part of this particular industry. So they're here to help us. And together with Skanda, we are going to cater to this need of this industry.
And Mr. Mike, can you let us know more about Ingyu, what it does in globally and in India? What are your expertise?
Yes, this is Mike. I'm coming from the Taiwan Ingyu, and we are the press manufacturer and solution provider because we are established from 1975, and we got 40 years of lamination experience in the worldwide. And we started India market actually from 2005. So we are developing so many models for this lamination requirement, and we are interested to now to see that the new world of the EV coming. So that's the reason we gather together again to be here, try to serve that for the next generation technology.
And Mr. Wu, can you let our audience know more about LEE BAI, what it does in globally and in India? What is your expertise?
Yeah, actually, okay. I'm engineer and the sales manager of LEE BAI. I would say our company started 1984, and we have the experience of do tooling and stamping for over 30 years. And actually, we started business in India 15 years ago. Okay. Yeah, and we sell several tools in this market. But now, actually, in last year, recently, we have, especially in China and Taiwan, we built a lot of the tool for the electric vehicle and also the automotive car.
Okay.
Yeah, automotive part. So that's a big growth in market. So now, if we focus on the Indian market, our perspective of this market is we can imagine how many new built car in the Indian, every years, and it's growing constantly, very very much.
Okay.
Yeah. So my point is we are so as the tool manufacturing, and also we also provide we support our customer to develop the stamping line with servers. Yeah. So we are so excited. We can see this market is growing so fast in India, and it's just still constantly growing a lot. Yeah.
And Skanda, today we all are gathered here at your head office. And since you are the product manager and the spokesperson for Magal, we can see a beautiful slide just behind me. So can you let us know about our audience about this association? What all you are bringing for the industry, and what is the purpose of all those different companies coming together?
Okay, so like everybody else mentioned, my seniors, is we are focusing on the electric vehicle industry, and it's a very new industry for us as a country in India, due to certain sustainability, climate change, all that. Lot of automotive industries moving towards electric powertrain,
Correct.
rather than gasoline or diesel powertrain. Right? More developed nations, China, USA, they are faster in adapting to this new technology. Whereas in India, we are there, we are getting there, but we are just behind them, right? So if you look at it from a data point of view, we do about 43 lakh cars manufacturing every year. That 4.3 million passenger vehicle four wheeler every year in India.
Okay.
The market growing at 20% year on year.
Okay.
So, for example, in America, USA, per thousand people, there are 930 cars.
Correct.
In China, per thousand people, there are 350 cars.
Correct.
In India, per thousand people, there are 44 cars. So you can imagine the growth potential. And as per our central government, now we are selling electric vehicle 2% of the total cars made are electric vehicle. 1.5 to 2% of total cars made are electric vehicles. The government by 2035, 2047, 100 years of our independence, they have a vision to make it 15 to 35% of the total car produced. They want to make it electric vehicle.
Correct.
For climate reasons and other things. Now, when we come to these electric vehicles, the what we all face, to buy electric vehicle versus a diesel vehicle or petrol vehicle, is the range anxiety. That I cannot fill the fuel and continue my journey. I have to charge the vehicle, right? 300 kilometer, 400 kilometer. We face this range anxiety problem. In the city, if I'm driving, okay, I can charge and do, but longer distance, we face range anxiety. So for that, we need more efficient system, so that the car costing the same gives better range in the same battery, right? The battery pack should not be more, because that will affect the cost. And in the same battery pack, we should have the better range of driving. If you are driving 100, you want to drive 150. That is the general idea, and that is what the entire industry is working towards. Now, one of the ways to achieve this milestone is to improve motor technology.
Yes.
Right. So the general driver of an electric vehicle is the motor, the induction motor, which converts the electrical energy in the battery to the mechanical energy or movement in the car. That is the device. So the increasing the efficiency of the motor will invariably increase the efficiency of the entire automobile. So now, how do we do that?
Yes.
That is the question we are trying to address today.
Okay.
Right? So essentially, and the procedure and the processes and the technology to manufacture the motor in such a way so as to increase its performance,
Okay.
reduce the size of the motor, reduce the weight of the motor, and deliver the same power and torque and efficiency that a heavier motor can deliver, is the problem statement that we are trying to solve for today through collaborating with everybody. That is the essential idea of this whole discussion. Yeah.
And Mr. Mike,
Yes.
what sort of machines you have which will solve this solution, and what is the precision we are looking at? What is the problem statement we are looking at when it compares to part in a motor?
Yes, general lamination, the material thickness is 0.05. Oh, 0.5.
Okay.
And right now we are talking about, just mentioned, the high efficiency, light motor, then that means you need to use in 0.25.
Okay.
So the thickness is half.
Yes.
It means accuracy of the press, verticality and the parallelism have to reduce to 1/3 of right now we are.
Okay.
So this is the important thing. Can we make that this lamination, especially the motor, is a stacking parts?
Okay.
You just not only to build piece, you have to stack it in the tooling together. So it's not only relying on tooling, but also the accuracy of the press you need.
Okay.
But then we want another things. Take example, the stack height, 100 millimeter with zero point 0.5. That means you need a 200 piece.
Yes.
With 0.25, you're asking 400 piece for same stack height motor.
Okay.
So that means your productivity need to get twice.
Yes.
So it's not only the accuracy, but also the productivities.
Okay.
So this is what the challenge right now we are, and we want to propose our new skill and experience to serve this market.
That means it means 50% from 0.5 to 0.25 is a major difference, and it will be good for the industry. Mr. Chunier, what sort of solutions you have for the EV industry?
Actually, I will say because as I just follow what they say.
Yes.
For the EV production now is very strict, and what you still see is a press machine and the stamping production line. So if you are not in this industry, you say what's the difference? It's the same thing. But actually, we know, as he said, precision, accuracy of the tool, and also another all the associated equipment is totally different. Even I will say the inspection equipment will be different system. So for my point of view, I want to provide the tool to this market.
Okay.
I want to give the solution of stamping of the market. The first thing I will say, the customer, how accuracy, how precise of your press machine. So there's a little bit like if we cooperate with the Ingyu and then the Magal, I will say Magal can give the information about the customers, the precision of the press machine.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we will have the whole solution, stamping solution, I totally believe Ingyu's the press accuracy is no problem.
Right.
So that's why all the thing is like not like before. I only sell the tool to a customer. I trust customer how they use for the stamping for maybe like the motor of the ceiling fan. They have no problem. But now we jump into a topic of the electric vehicle stamping line. Everything we need to do the cooperation here together.
And I wanted to add one more thing because I've been to Taiwan and the machines, the technology, they are state of the art. And the team of Avengers has been gathered. There is LEE BAI, there is Magal, there is Ingyu. So Skanda, so now the Avengers you have gathered. So now what is the challenge? What do you want to achieve? And what are your plans in the coming, for example, because we are in 2025. So give me 1 year plan, 3 year plan, and what do you want to achieve and how you want to reach out to the market? Because now you have a solution. But technology is there. Problem statement is there.
Yeah.
So what is you want to do?
When we think about automotive, right?
Yes.
So the goal and the standard is Toyota, okay, because they are the guys who are the biggest car maker in the world and they're the best at what they do, and they have a very clean strategy, what we call the Taguchi loss function, of minimizing defects. So there is a minimum and a maximum deflection from the mean value. Right, so if you take Six Sigma protocol or Taguchi protocol or just-in-time manufacturing or Kanban or Kaizen or whatever protocol that Toyota and Toyota vendors and ancillaries follow, your defects per million should be 60, practically zero. If you make 1 million parts, the defective parts that you're allowed is 60 parts. So for all intents and purposes and practicality, you cannot afford defective parts. When you are dealing with something like a 0.25 sheet, okay, it's very thin. You understand, 250 micron. It's very thin, very, very thin sheet. So the margin of error to achieve 60 defects per million is very, 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 very less. So the same vendor or the same stamper, he has 60 years experience or 80 years experience in making fan motor, pump motor, mixie motor, or whatever traditional radial flux rotary motor that there is. He is also a newbie in the EV lamination industry. they don't have the expertise or the know-how or the knowledge how they can produce the EV motor or the EV associated parts. And when you have OEMs of the size of, let's say, a Toyota or another automobile OEM that is demanding to follow such protocol, saying my defects per million is 60 and I will not pay you for the rejection, the vendors don't stand to make any profits if they follow traditional manufacturing protocols. So my job as product manager in Magal is purely to drive this message to the vendor, saying, "Sir, I understand you have immense experience in making EV stamping, sorry, traditional stamping lamination for motor. Like for example, if you have an expert in Chinese cuisine and you want him to make Italian food, that is where there is a problem, correct? So that is what we are facing now. They are experts in a certain kind of manufacturing protocol. They have been doing it for a long time. But the whole thing has to shift. It has to shift and it has to shift quick.
Okay.
It has to shift very quickly because the OEMs are hungry.
Yes.
And again, for you know the geopolitics and the supply chain, they cannot import.
Yes.
The car has to be made at least 80% in India.
Yes.
If they import, they have 140% duty on the car.
Yes.
So they want to localize their supply chain, and localization brings agility.
Yes.
So one guy cannot give me 1 ton of stamping, I buy another ton of stamping from another guy. So for an ancillary, automotive ancillary or a lamination ancillary, to have top quality mother machine or machine tool will allow them to increase their versatility and their customer line and gather more profits for their business by investing in top quality machine tool. And when you are new at a certain thing, you need some hand holding. There are other people that, okay, I'll give you this machine, I will give you this, you do this, you do business will not work because they are newbies. They are, you cannot ask a fresher in college to design a motor. He will not know what to do, right? We have professors, we have this, so we are that hand holding agency with all of us. So Mr. Mike is very good at making a press. Mr. Chunya is good at making a tool. Now, how do we work with that tool together? You have a press, you have a tool. Now, how do you take out? How do you make money from stamping metal with this press and this tool? That is what Magal is here to do. To clearly explain to the customer. You see, me sitting in India, knowing the Indian mentality and the Indian production landscape and how the problems we face and all that, I am at a better vantage point to tell the customer what to plan for. I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, so, for example, the seals in a press machine, because of something they don't want to make a proper preventive maintenance plan or whatever. Let's say in Japan a seal goes after 800 working hours. The same seal in India might give way after 250 working hours. I know that. He will not know that. He's not seen Indians make parts. He has not seen Indians make parts. They don't observe the shop floor. They are from Taiwan, correct? So they follow certain preventive maintenance protocol, something their protocol, but ours is totally different protocol. The protocol, we cannot afford to do preventive maintenance. So I'll say, okay, along with the machine, please buy this. For example, if I use an encoder from a Japanese manufacturer, it will be an absolute encoder. Whereas from a German manufacturer, if you buy an encoder, it is an incremental encoder. The way that you adjust the slide or the way you adjust the guide mechanism vis-a-vis the incremental encoder to the absolute encoder is very different. Now I know that. I know my customer won't know that. But a Japanese person or a Taiwanese person or a German person will not know that the Indian customer doesn't know this. So what we are trying to say is that all this stuff, the intricacies of maintaining, using the machine, how the machine, the tool interact with the material, we know that. And we are your one-stop shop. We have friends in Taiwan that make presses. We have friends in Taiwan that make tooling. We have friends in Taiwan that make automation solution. We have friends in Taiwan that I can tell Mr. Mike, can you please use this encoder for India? Indians are comfortable with this. Mr. Chunye, can you use this product for Indian customer? Indian customer like this product.
Correct.
Then they will understand my language. But suddenly you say, okay, this is the press, this is the tool that you need to stamp EV lamination with. Then the customer cannot measure up to the industry standard of a Toyota saying, I want 60 defects per million parts. So our only aim is to help the vendor, the customer achieve that 60 defects per million or 80 defects per million, whatever the convention is, in India, so that he makes money, the industry grows, and essentially we all make money. So that is
Without naming clients,
Yeah.
I wanted to understand which all industries or which all specific sector in EV you want to target. Because I know there are hundreds of names, but without taking names
Correct.
of the companies or client, I only wanted to understand the industry or specifically certain zones which you want, maybe a motor, maybe a battery, maybe something in the electric vehicle.
See, we're catering to the vendors, the tier 1 or tier 2 suppliers who are in the stamping line for the EV industry. These guys make, this can go to any industry, EV, more or less like what Skanda mentioned. The efficiency of the motor is the most important thing here, with the 0.25 mm. This 0.25 mm thickness is required for all the EV motors for whichever industry it takes care. So it's the motor is a standard part of it, along with the automation, correct? So it caters to all the industry. Can it be the three-wheeler, the two-wheeler, the four-wheelers, the aerospace. In fact, we're talking to a customer of us who's doing for aerospace. He's already handling 0.35, but now he wants to move into 0.25.
Drones.
Drones. We had a very good meeting. We're moving forward with that. Can I mention, out of place, it will not be out of place to mention that LEE BAI and Ingyu in partnership have project in Taiwan for 0.25 thickness for a Japanese company. They are showcasing this in July, August, the complete line with automation, handling 0.25 mm thickness. We requested already a couple of our customers in India to witness this. They personally have invited a couple of customers who have shown very keen interest in this EV industry, who are visiting Taiwan to see this live. I request you also, Dinesh, please visit Taiwan, the facilities of Ingyu and LEE BAI, and see and tell the people in India, the industry circles with your connections, that this is what we are doing. Thank you.
Interesting, ladies and gentlemen, there is a live demo in Taiwan, and when I think about Taiwan, first name comes to my mind is TSMC, the semiconductor. The world knows Taiwan semiconductor technology, machine tool, because you have got great shows and state of the art machine. Lastly, your message to our Indian viewers from your side, why they should choose Ingyu, or your message to our viewers.
I would say attitude. Now we are just like Mr. Rao mentioned, we are welcome to see the high-end technology on EV lamination in Taiwan. That's the first attitude. Second attitude, we are here because we want to set up development and service center here. Localization is our second attitude. You are not buying a television, then you just plug the power, then you see the television. No, it's not like that. So we are here to present that our localization and to develop that appropriate, or we call optimum production system to local in the India EV world. So this our sales attitude will be the key what we want to tell to India.
One more thing, right now it's EV. Efficiency is the need of the hour for EV application right now. 5 years down the line, maybe you would want a more efficient mixie or a more efficient grinder,
Juicer also.
juicer, or a washing machine. Even a lot of premium washing machine makers in Sweden are implementing axial flux motors designed for EV application. They have seen the R&D saying my washing machine runs more efficiently on an EV motor. So why not? See, we are all working towards consuming less energy. We are a huge population, 1.4 billion people. So that's the goal.
Thank you, Mr. Mike, because you rightly pointed out you not only want to sell machines, you want to have a local service, local support. Because the way I see machine tool, service is the challenge. But since like you said, attitude, you are not selling them a technology or a machine. You are making sure it's up and running, whether it's parts, whether it's service. This will be a good for a person or somebody who's invested in those machine and technology, when they understand that you have a proper service center, a technician on call who can solve a challenge. Because when a machine is up and running, it is the factory is making work and profit. Your message, Mr. Lee Bai?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the junior.
It's okay. Okay, that's I was saying. We provide the solution, total solution for customer need. That's a different. For example, the customer want this product, and in previously they have to do the research. Say, okay, what's the specific of the press machine and what they need for tool. Then they do everything. They come to us. Then they say, and we just say, okay, I give you the tool. He give you the machine, and somebody he need to ask somebody for the automation line, and he have to do the integrate together by himself. But how we call the total solution, actually, it's a key business. We have to build this line. You want this product, we have to build the line of the product, and we have to do all the tuning and adjustment and also the commissioning in Taiwan. And the customers see the product and they measure all the products, say it's okay, it's good. Then we transfer the production line to here. And we also have to do the commissioning all out again. But that's why we say the key business, we want to bring the whole set of the production line to here. That's really a customer want. They just not need the tool and the press machine and all the things individually now.
Your message?
As continuing Mr. Mike and Chinmay's message, they have promised or they have made up their mind to be here every quarter for 2 weeks to educate rather and spread that need of technology for this industry. And this is the first visit what Mike after he took over as general manager of the company. 2 weeks they have been here. Every 3 months they are going to be here 3 weeks, educating people about technology, telling what they are doing in Taiwan, how the EV industries have developed in Taiwan and other parts of the country. So this is a fantastic support for us. I'm sure with our contacts in the industry, with our credibility in the industry, we will be able to succeed very well with this partnership. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Chinmay.
And ladies and gentlemen, it was a great learning session, I can say, for me, because whenever Skanda speaks, I'm a big fan of him. It's my personal, feedback. And like Mr. Narsingh Rao said, you will be visiting here after a quarter every. That's a commitment which you are showing to the country. And to add, one more thing, that we are also hosting Samurai Awards in November, and we would like to have you both as speaking at the forum. A lot of EV people come, whether it's online, physical. I want this message to reach far and wide. And looking forward to meet you soon. Sheshe, and have a great day. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.